The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys! This is Media Mash, a roundtable of Cowboys insiders dropping wisdom and offering sizzling takes on the current state of your Dallas Cowboys. Now, your host, Newy Scruggs.
It is that time. Welcome to the Players Lounge. We are here in Frisco, Texas, home of the Dallas Cowboys SWC podcast studio. We've got Nick Harris.
Who'd you play for, Nick?
You said Players Lounge.
Oh, did I say Players Lounge? Medium.
I played for the Maynard Jackson Trojans.
We did Players Lounge last time. None of these guys are players.
Oh,
They're media members.
oh no, Nick's a player now.
That's true.
All right.
Let's guys, let's not do that. Don't do that. See,
I'm in a committed
too many times.
relationship.
Exactly. Too many of you guys out here doing damage to people, man, thinking it's funny.
Everybody knows it's just a joke.
No, see.
See what, man?
That's not true. That's not true.
Y'all don't know Nick is locked up.
Every player's got to retire.
Nick is out the game. Nick done hung up his player card.
Thankfully, she doesn't watch this show.
I hope not. I'm about to get a phone call here in about 5 minutes.
Exactly. I've had those phone calls. Man. So
Actually, she's the type. I'll get a phone call in like 2 hours. I'm going to stir on it, stim on it.
Oh, she's a thinker.
No, you're like Cuddy. You're out the game.
Okay.
He's been watching The Wire, finally.
That's fair.
Oh,
Finally, congratulations.
No, I'm behind on a lot of
20
TV.
years late, but it's all good.
We
It's all
season 1?
Season 4 now.
Season 4.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
No spoilers, just in case anyone out there.
No, man.
It's great. It's great.
I just saw the scene where like the guy dies. So that
best TV show that I've ever seen.
100%.
And the cop show better than that. I mean, it's incredible. It's incredible.
And it
is
only gets
incredible.
better.
It does. It does. So
only
glad
gets
you.
better.
For those of you out there who've never watched The Wire, get on it. It's
Get on
great.
it. I was about to
is
watch
great.
it for a third time.
You can do that. I mean, it's
Because
that
you pick
great.
up something new every time you watch it.
Fort Worth Star Telegram is where Nick Harris works. 105.3 The Fan is where my man Bobby Belt works here. Sean and RJ show in the morning. They've got the Jerry Jones show. Had that yesterday. The former Cowboy beat writer, author Jean-Jacques Taylor is here. I'm merely Newy Scruggs. Let's go back to you.
Nearly
yesterday.
New Scruggs.
That's
NBC
right.
5. Come on.
Hey.
That's
NewDog.com legend.
That don't do much for you
That's
there.
that fake self-deprecation.
Yes.
stuff there.
Yeah.
This is Mr. Emmy. He's only got like 30 of them.
he's got so many that they gave him an honor this last time of
See
how
what I'm
many he
saying?
had.
So, Bobby,
I
8:30.
still,
They
I
put
still
him in
remember
the
Goodfellas on
Emmy
103.3.
Ring of Honor.
we're going to do the
He a
Clarence,
bad
we're
man.
going to do the Clarence Hill thing. We're gonna run people down. Let's stop hazing. Mr. Jones on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Is it over with the Micah now, in your opinion, that we've moved on from this? Is it good?
Never.
We've moved on in the sense that, like, the game's over. It does have a lingering air of Jimmy to it a little. Not quite, but, I mean, it does have the feeling of, like, it'll be one of those things that he'll talk about for a really long time. For, like, whenever it comes up and there's something to say on it, he'll say something that'll make headlines because it'll be a little like, oh, was that a shot? I can't tell. I guess you could, there's enough plausible deniability to say it's not, but no, there's always the very fact that he was like, I don't really want to speak on it, but
I appreciate the pettiness.
I'll speak on it. I love it because it's not like it's one-sided pettiness either.
No,
There's some pettiness.
They deserve the tie that they got.
There's some pettiness, in general. Both of them. I like it. I like the storyline. I like that it'll probably be with us for the rest of Cowboys Packers for at least the next 5-6 years.
I wish they'd meet in the playoffs, man.
Did he really delete the phone number?
I'm sure he can find it. I'm sure he can
get it.
He can get it. I've told a lot of people I deleted their phone number when I didn't. So
No, you actually had to keep those numbers so you know not to pick up the phone.
Right.
That's a lot of names
you just rename it.
or block it. That's the other thing. But yes, no, you have to keep numbers on, especially people you don't want, because like I said, you may not want that phone call. I get that all day long here. Trayvon Diggs spoke today. Cowboys corner.
Fascinating.
Yes. And so, Nick, what I took away from it is he'd love to go play man-to-man. He's a man-to-man corner playing in zone. And he's had a conversation with the defense coordinator, Matt Eberflus.
I ain't mad at him.
No, he shouldn't be, because at the end of the day, this man has made an all-pro, and he's made a living in this league playing man-to-man.
More importantly, what? You paid that man a boatload of money to do a specific thing. And now you're like, no, don't do it. I mean, we've had this discussion. Every man corner is not good at zone, just like every zone corner is not good at man. Some, the stars, maybe good at both. But you know, if a man is not allowed to do what he does best, you really can't moan and groan if he's not performing up to par.
Until you put him in man and he jams a little too aggressively and he slips and gives up a big touchdown.
Then you can fuss. And you can fuss if he's not giving effort in zone because he's mad or he don't like it.
Yeah.
The best get beat, and the non-best can get beat too.
Corner is a volatile position.
It is
been
that
for a long time.
It is that. Nick, what'd you take from it?
Yeah, the big thing for me was him saying that it was an off-the-field issue that he was the reason why he didn't start last Sunday against the Packers. He respected Brian Schottenheimer's decision. He expects to start this week, but I thought that was interesting. There's a lot of frustration on that defensive side of the ball, and Schottenheimer had mentioned throughout the first few weeks that there was no finger pointing. That he liked the accountability on that side of the ball. I wonder if maybe something went wrong in that department, and that's why he didn't draw the start. But we didn't see him on those first 2 possessions, and he came out and he played 53 snaps. But when you talk about a guy that's already had some, back and forth with the front office here in training camp and has an out on his contract next summer, there's a lot of these things take importance.
So, listening to you and talking to other people, do we think this is his final year at the Cowboys?
Yes.
Oh, I don't think there's any doubt about that.
Yeah, I'd be shocked if he's somehow still around next year.
I think if he had not been rehabbing this offseason, last year might have been his last. I think that complicated some things.
Yeah, I thought once they paid Deron Bland, it was going to be writing on the wall.
And he ain't dumb. He know that.
True. But sad because he the first contract was a good contract. His rookie deal performed very well. They paid him, which I thought they should have paid him. I thought he earned the payday here, and it just did not go the way it needed to go. So, yeah.
This is look, when Jerry was talking consistently during the Micah stuff about, when you pay somebody and these things that you got to weigh, it was a very coded way it felt like to me if he was talking about Diggs in a lot of ways and the way that they felt about it. But I think that I don't think anybody disagreed with them paying him.
No.
What they paid him at the time was considered a market discount from what he could have gotten. And yeah, you look back at it in retrospect and go like, would you do that same deal today? Probably not. But at the time, everybody agreed with it, and it's one of those gambles that doesn't work out. It's something that you didn't even feel was a gamble at the time. It's just one of those things that naturally across the course of the NFL, some contracts will happen like that don't work out the way you expect, and at some point it'll probably need a fresh start for everybody.
I thought this was one of the deals they made where you said, okay, that one and Terrence Steele, like, okay, this is smart. This is a smart deal because, as you said, you're getting out ahead of it. You're not waiting till this guy goes to the market and have to pay, these crazy prices of what you've been paying.
Can I disagree with Steele? Just because he was still coming off the injury. He wasn't. He hadn't gotten back on the field yet, and it wasn't like he was going to be competing for top dollar in the market, in my opinion, at least.
Again, I just feel Tank. You messed up on Tank. You messed up on Lamb. You messed up on Dak. At some point in time, I mean, even if you're getting ahead on a question mark, can you at least do that? That was my thinking at the time. That's why I'll stay consistent. I'll stay consistent there. And then obviously what's happened here, and there have been varying degrees of what people thought about the deal. But I thought for them to try to get ahead, even like Deron Bland right now. I thought, corner that's not having to go to the market, you can do it because we've just seen them to overpay so much. And I still contend if you could have got Micah at 30, he'd be here. But they didn't get it done, and by the time he waited, the price tag hit 40.
Well, I mean, the price tag don't ever go down. I mean, it just doesn't. So if you decide you want somebody, you should just move and go get them. But we've been saying that for years.
Right. So this is it. But back to Diggs and this being his last year, you're committed to running a zone defense. You're paying a man corner. It just doesn't work. And I think if you're Diggs, you'd want to move on anyway.
And it's funny. I would have so much about Diggs' game feels like it fits in zone though. Like you're talking about a guy who is not the big time like speedster, like long speed athlete. You're talking about a guy who loves to read the quarterback and react. And it's a lot easier to react from a zone that you're playing than it is to react man to man, because you jeopardize getting burned and having somebody get behind you. And you've got all this area you got to cover. I mean, if you're playing a zone, you can react within that zone and just, all right, I jumped, I missed. But even if they get behind me, that's somebody's zone behind me. Like they're supposed to hold that. So there's so much that should fit there. But the caveat there obviously is communication, which communication with a lot of these guys in the secondary right now has not been good, and it hasn't been consistent, and that's clearly been a problem.
Is this a situation where if you're the defensive coordinator, you're like, this is my scheme, this is what we're going to do? Should there be some flexibility at all here? Thoughts?
Yes.
No, it should always be flexibility. I mean, coaches, the best coaches, whether they're head coaches or coordinators, do what? Fit their scheme around their players. It's not what I want to do, but this is the personnel I got right now. Until I get the personnel I want, I guess I'll do this. Mike Zimmer did that for years.
Zimmer had to do it last year.
Dan Quinn came here as a almost exclusively cover 3 defensive coordinator, and he came here and played more man than he ever had in his career.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll see exactly what they do against the New York Football Jets. Had a conversation with Kenny Clark, and I just said, how much of this game or game plan is similar to what you guys had to do with Philadelphia. Philadelphia, Saquon Barkley, last year's Offensive Player of the Year, and nearly set an NFL record in rushing with a quarterback like Jalen Hurts. So this week it's going to be Breece Hall, the running back, and then you've got Justin Fields, who ripped off a long run for a touchdown against the Miami Dolphins. I said, how much is it similar? He said yes. Sam Williams said the same thing here. So how do you defend it if you're the Cowboys?
I think you want to try to spy him. The key with spying, though, is always what? Your spy got to be as athletic or somewhat as athletic as your quarterback. Because if it's not, then it don't do no good. Because when he gets you in the open field, it's shake and bake and gone. So I think you have to do that, and you have to mix it up, give him some different looks. And then what do we always talk about, fellas? You got to stay in your rush lanes, man.
Yes.
You can't take the wide rush lanes. You got to build the picket fence. And if he does run, it's got to be in the middle where you can converge on.
Look, it's what has it been 4 weeks here for already? It's been a long 4 weeks defensively.
Yeah.
I said this a couple weeks ago. I'm willing to give grace to somebody that they're still figuring out their personnel and they're still trying to figure out, okay, does this require tough love, or is this just not something they're good at? Like there are certain things that you don't learn until you get into game time, and you adjust from there. So Matt Eberflus is still in this window to adjust to some things. If we're 4 weeks down the line, though, and there's still maybe some of the issues that you're seeing with the linebacker core, if you're still seeing some of the stuff of like, okay, why is Donovan Wilson consistently the deep middle safety or alternating with Hooker when Hooker's healthy? Why are you seeing some of that? Where Donovan Wilson has shown that deep middle is not necessarily where he has had the most success in his career. Can talk openly in the press conference about, hey, James Houston, yeah, he's earned more reps, and then he's still pretty consistently playing between 20 to 25% of the snaps every single week. Those are the sort of things where it's like, all right, there's a period to adjust, but there's also a period of like, those things need to start shifting pretty quickly before we start saying, is there any question of potential stubbornness over here? And I understand if you're a coach that you've been in the NFL for 25, 30 years and you got to a certain level because of those concepts that you believe in. I understand it's hard to let go of them at times or hard to adjust them and get them. But you also got to realize, like, if you want to keep this job and others moving forward or an opportunity to progress moving forward, you're going to need to show that you can adjust to these things too, just like Dan Quinn did. And then what happened? Dan Quinn got another crack at a head coaching job where if he would have been committed to, I'm playing cover 3, everything else be damned. Dan Quinn is probably, I don't think Dan Quinn's the head coach of the Washington Commanders at this point, if that's what he would have done.
The same thing goes for players.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why does Trayvon Diggs reluctant to play zone? Because I made all my money and got to this position doing what? Playing man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've seen it before. I mean, this happens. This is not unusual. And it's just
two-way street for sure.
Yeah.
First injury report of the week, if I could.
Yes.
Loaded.
Through it. Yeah, very loaded, unfortunately, for the Cowboys. Tyler Guyton still in concussion protocol. Malik Hooker not expected to go this week. Did not practice today either. Obviously, CeeDee Lamb and Tyler Booker not expected to go this week at this point. These are the new additions. So we got Miles Sanders dealing with a knee and an ankle. Did not practice today. Tyler Smith dealing with a knee. Did not practice today. Oof. And Kevontae Turpin dealing with a foot, which I am gathering more info on. It sounds like it's going to be a couple-week issue. Did not practice today either. So, lengthy list. Also, Kenneth Murray limited with a knee issue. Those are the only other notables, I guess you could say.
Turpin's a big deal now.
Turpin is a big deal. And you wonder, how does that play into a guy like Jaden Blue? Is he a guy that maybe gets active this week finally?
Well, what about Parrish, you think? They brought back.
Paris Campbell.
Paris
Campbell. That's I think that's probably more insurance at this point, practice squad insurance. But they have Jalen Cropper, who they've used in return roles during the preseason when Turpin has either come out and now Deuce Vaughn's not on the team anymore. So I'd be looking at Cropper. I'd be looking at Jalen Tolbert and Jaden Blue because Miles Sanders has been the backup returner. So if he can't go either, that's yet another guy they're going to figure out.
That's an underrated deal to me because so much of punt return and now with the new kick return rules, it's just decision making. Mm-hmm. Do you catch it? Do you run up and have the confidence to catch it, or do you let it bounce and lose 20 yards? And when Turpin's back there, you don't really even think about it. You just outside of it's 8 yards deep, will he take it out or will he just stay?
Yeah, which this past week was good in the return game. They were heading into this game against the Packers. They were 32nd in the NFL in starting field position on average, and so they were still trying to kind of figure some things out. But if you want to talk about what Turpin does in terms of as kind of a gadget player in the run game, somebody who's what he does as a receiver, as a returner, as a speed threat, he's the fastest guy they have. If you're talking about all those things you need filled, to me, the easiest fill for that is Jaden Blue on all of those levels. That sounds like Jaden Blue to me, those things that you need to get covered.
Well, Junior Adams has been putting some work as a receivers coach, boy. I mean, wow. So if no Turpin here, Tolbert showed us a lot. Mingo, Jonathan Mingo could be a guy to look at. Let's take a break. Let's get into Mingo here now. Just looking at the injury report Nick had here. Let's come back into that. The Cowboys have put it out here. But what do they do? Is Jaden Blue really a thought process here? Let's dive more into that with Jacques, Bobby, Nick. I'm Newey. This is the Media Mash on DallasCowboys.com.
Hey, Cowboy fans. Keith Davis here, former Cowboys safety.
Keith Davis into the end zone.
You know what separates champions from the rest? Making the right move at the right moment. With blockchain.com, that's never been easier. The Cowboys became America's team by striking bold when it mattered most. Now it's your turn. Invest like your icons with blockchain.com. Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys today to get started and learn more. That's blockchain.com/Cowboys.
How about them Cowboys? Or how about them Tyson Cowboys Nuggets? As we cheer for the stars on the field, we love that we've also got some stars on our plate, thanks to Tyson brand star-shaped Cowboys Nuggets. That, along with all our other favorite Tyson Foods products, sure make game day special. Score some delicious Tyson Cowboys Nuggets and become a game day star, just like our Cowboys. As you enjoy your stars on and off the plate, remember, tailgates and game day have always been Tyson.
Cowboys fans, SeatGeek is the only primary ticketing partner of America's team and here to help you experience all the action this season. SeatGeek makes it easy to find the perfect seats to the perfect game, so you can be part of all the touchdown celebrations and momentum-shifting takeaways this season. Whether you're getting tickets to Cowboys games or to any other live event in DFW, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. SeatGeek.
Look, school is starting and I'm just a kid. And let's be honest, I'm not going to shop for myself. But we can get up to 40% off back-to-school essentials on Uber Eats. Did I mention I need poster board for my science fair, lunch for my field trip, and unlined note cards for my history quiz tomorrow? Or were they lined? Anyway, Uber Eats has all the back-to-school stuff on there. So come on, let's order now on Uber Eats and get up to 40% off. We're cool, right? Cool.
Not literally everything. Promotion ends 9/16 and is subject to change or cancellation. Exclusions may apply. Check app for availability.
Back to Media Mash.
Tostitos team bags are back, and you can get the official chip of the Dallas Cowboys at your local store, available for a limited time. Scan the QR code or visit FritoLayExperiences.com for a chance to win epic experiences all season long. One lucky Cowboys fan will win an epic game day performance and get to be a part of the Cowboys Thanksgiving Day traditions courtesy of Tostitos. All right, Cowboys going up against the New York Jets at the Meadowlands, 12 o'clock game. Jets, short week. We're on Monday Night Football down in Florida, got beat. All right, Nick, you just rolled off the injury report here. So go back to Turpin. What's the exact injury we have on Mr. Turpin here? And if Turp can't go, that means the Cowboys are going to have to rely on George Pickens as their number one guy. Then you've got Jalen Tolbert, who showed us some fantastic footwork in the Sunday night game against Green Bay. We see Jonathan Mingo's practice window open up here. Is that the solution right now? Thinking in terms of if Turp can't go, that Mingo is he's who you bring in here. And I know Bobby mentioned Jaden Blue, but Jaden Blue's a running back here. So how do we parse this here?
Yeah, so looking at it from Turpin's perspective, from the injury, it looks like a couple of week type issue, dealing with a issue very similar to what Deron Bland just went through here in the beginning of the season. So, and with his speed, that's obviously going to take a lot of importance. Mingo, they could factor him into the equation, and I think his ramp up has already begun with conditioning and everything. Now it's just about getting on the field and getting it, mentally right. But don't discount Jalen Cropper to be the guy that kind of takes over Turpin's role. Very similar build, very similar play style, very similar speed. They trust Cropper a lot. I've said it many times. This is a guy that if he would be on any other team, most offenses would be able to find a way to get him on the field. But when you're backing up Kevontae Turpin, a guy who is better than you at what you do best, it's unfortunate that you just can't get on the field. So this might be the opportunity for Cropper to get on the field, and not only on offense, but in the return game as well.
That was the important thing there, talking about the return game. Okay, who's going to return punts and kickoffs here if Kevontae Turpin is out?
My bet would be Jaden Blue.
Okay.
Because Miles Sanders is typically the backup. Miles Sanders, they're not even going to try to run him out there until Friday's practice. So, I mean, you're already working up against time with Miles Sanders. Jalen Tolbert, they throw him back there for some return opportunities, but at this point, would you even risk another receiver getting hurt? So, yeah, I'd be looking at Jaden Blue and Jalen Cropper right now.
So, Mr. Blue.
We've been waiting for him. He's been waiting for opportunity.
It's been an interesting thing amongst the media. Some people have been very adamant about seeing Mr. Blue, and some other people kind of been like, okay, but all right. So
I mean, I think people are intrigued by his speed. Speed helps, but it doesn't help if you don't know what you're supposed to be doing.
Well, when you talk about the return game, and that's been an area. Well, overall, special teams have been an area where the Cowboys unit has been able to win consistently. And without an all-pro like Kevontae Turpin, that stuff matters. And you're going against a Jets team, and I know they haven't won a game this year, but you're at home. Nick, you talked about how the Cowboys like to go start sluggish out there, and I can't remember what year it was when Jason Garrett was coaching. They were facing the Jets. The Jets were bad. Somehow it ended up being the CBS game of the week with Nance and Romo and
2019.
It was a JG special. Just went out there, laid down. I don't think they had the tackles. That game.
That was Amari Cooper played 3 snaps and was like, "Yep, I'm done today." That was a fascinating year, 2019. That was Sam Darnold just whooping you right off of mono and enlarged spleen.
Yeah. It was bad. So when I think about the Jets, I'm like,
forget, man. The defense keeps everybody in the game. So they gave 500 yards. I mean, the Jets got almost 500 yards last week. So they're capable, man. In this sad era of defense.
I can't even debate your pushback. You're right.
That's what I'm saying. Like this,
they got a chance.
When
they have a chance.
3 months ago we go, oh, there's a dub right there over the Jets. You keep it moving, and now it's like, oh, we thought defense might be challenged, but we didn't think it'd be like this. And the problem is, you just keep everybody in the game, no matter, as we've seen, no matter what the offense does, you're in the game because the defense is performing poorly.
It's a week-to-week league, and when you start adding into some of these injuries here, it's a challenge. And then, oh, by the way, your starting left tackle, Tyler Guyton, what's the latest there?
in concussion protocol.
Still.
He's got to be able to pass through it. Schottenheimer said on Monday he's going to have a chance to go on Sunday, but that concussion protocol, the league does not play when it comes to that. So if he can't go, it's going to be Nate Thomas. That's going to be 3 starters up front. You're down. So
you don't really want Tyler going on a week where he hadn't practiced.
that's a fair point.
I'm serious.
That's a fair point.
I'm not even taking a shot. Like,
he's already going on a season he didn't have camp.
right. He's serviceable when you got a week full of practice and study and all this other stuff. I don't know.
This is rough because you've got, like Nick was just saying, you've already got 2 starters down on the offensive line, 3 if Guyton can't go. Tyler Smith's on that injury report. Like, that's your entire offensive line right there. You've got your backup running back out. You're missing CeeDee Lamb, and you're going to be missing the guy who's essentially functioned as your third receiver and some of the stuff that you like to do in gadget plays, which all just, again, speaks to how incredible Dak's played these first 4 weeks of the season and the level that he's playing at right now. Because I think in years past, 3 years ago, Dak playing under these circumstances, that game against Green Bay would have looked a lot more difficult, would have looked a lot rougher. But he's kind of at that answers to the test age of his career, and he's playing ridiculous football. So that's all bad news. But also similarly, it doesn't strike as much initial panic, I feel like, as it has in years past, because it is a little bit like, I feel like right now the way Dak's playing, you're like, he'll find a way. He's going to adjust, however that means. If he's got to get the ball out quicker, he'll get it out quicker, and he'll get it out accurate, and they'll be able to move the ball.
I think it also helps that he's got a little bit of a running game this year from the rip, off the rip.
Javonte is a physical guy, and they really did hit. I know they take a lot of chances each year. We're trying to just sign guys to one-year deals here. That has been a fantastic deal right there. Some of them, not so much.
I mean, when you shop in the bargain basement bin, most of the time you pull out what you spend. This year,
this is one of their better hits they've had in a long time. I'm the last guy I can think of who came in, contributed, had an impact as a leader and different things like that this quick as a bargain bin guy. J-Ron Curse was that way a few years back. Curse was a guy who came in, played really well, fit into Dan Quinn's scheme, was like immediately a leader with that side of the ball. Like, that's kind of what Javonte Williams has been. But you don't get those very often. And I mean, this is a big hit for them for sure.
Yeah. Hey man, every now and then when you go to that store of your choice and you go to the clearance rack, you're going to find a little something.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean,
it's like when you go to the dollar spice rack at Walmart, man, and you find some lemon pepper in there.
At Tom Thumb. At Tom Thumb.
You don't know nothing about the dollar bin.
I tell you what. There's certain things I don't mess with. Spices,
You're not a spice guy?
No, I love my spice.
You like you got the whole.
He's not going to play on them. Yeah, he's
trying to go find eggs on clearance, and then I look at the bottom and it said it would expire last month, or I got 2 days or 2 weeks to use it. No,
that just means you need to cook a lot of chicken right then in 2 weeks.
That pre-marinated rub.
Yeah,
my boy Meat Church.
I need you to send me a picture of your
shout out Pittman
spice cabinet.
Matt. I'll tell you what, man. Matt will make your brother look good. Okay, I tell you that right now. Matt will make you look good, and his recipes are the easiest to follow. I mean, I made a. He likes steak toppings, the little blue cheese steak topping.
Official pitmaster of the Cowboys too.
He is that. That's why I can go ahead and say that about it.
I was checking.
We know it. No, we know it. And so ended up making this fantastic blue cheese topping. And so at the end of it, he's like, hey, add a little holy cow in there, man. Popping. So made it for my folks. Everybody like my kids. I got, how you have, when you have multiple children, I mean multiple, everybody was, so. But the spices, no,
They were what?
I'm all about the meat your spice. No, it was, they ate it. I look good.
Yeah, that's good. I'm happy for you.
I will, though, hand up, own the fact that, like, I know during the offseason programs and stuff like that, watching Javonte Williams, I was like, I don't know. I don't know. And then when you watch him out there, that's a guy who his impact is not felt till the pads are on, and he's out there playing football.
He's
that is a football player. That's the kind of guy that what he brings in terms of the demeanor on the field, the toughness, the way that he runs, the way that he plays the game. That's a guy that every Super Bowl winner for every year that's existed, there's somebody on every football team that's like Javonte Williams. You have to have somebody like that on a Super Bowl team.
Dreamville, baby.
He's got a lot of Marion Barber in him. Yeah, physical on the field, quiet off the field, and you'll feel him on Sundays. That's for sure.
the injuries are behind him. He now looks like he did at Carolina. When you're like, okay, there's a running back. There's a guy that can help you. And
not just a running back. That's one of the best. This game against Green Bay was one of the best pass protecting games I've seen from a back here in a long, long time.
And so, when we come back, how Schottenheimer says he made a mistake in not using Javonte Williams for something. We'll dive into that next. Nick, Bobby, JJT, I'm Newey Scruggs. This is the Media Mash.
How about them Cowboys? Or how about them Tyson Cowboys Nuggets? As we cheer for the stars on the field, we love that we've also got some stars on our plate, thanks to Tyson brand star-shaped Cowboys Nuggets. That, along with all our other favorite Tyson Foods products, sure make game day special. Score some delicious Tyson Cowboys Nuggets and become a game day star, just like our Cowboys. As you enjoy your stars on and off the plate, remember, tailgates and game day have always been Tyson.
Cowboys fans, when it comes to navigating the ever-changing world of tax, your business needs a partner it can trust to tackle even your biggest tax challenges. Ryan is the largest firm in the world dedicated exclusively to business taxes. Our team of tax professionals has local expertise in all areas of tax and can help you uncover savings opportunities you didn't know you had. Learn more about how Ryan can improve your overall corporate tax performance by visiting Ryan.com. Ryan, the official tax partner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Look, school is starting and I'm just a kid. And let's be honest, I'm not going to shop for myself. But we can get up to 40% off back-to-school essentials on Uber Eats. Did I mention I need poster board for my science fair, lunch for my field trip, and unlined note cards for my history quiz tomorrow? Or were they lined? Anyway, Uber Eats has all the back-to-school stuff on there. So come on, let's order now on Uber Eats and get up to 40% off. We're cool, right? Cool.
Not literally everything. Promotion ends 9/16. It is subject to change or cancellation. Exclusions may apply. Check app for availability.
Hey, Cowboy fans. Keith Davis here, former Cowboys safety.
Keith Davis into the end zone.
You know what separates champions from the rest? Making the right move at the right moment. With blockchain.com, that's never been easier. The Cowboys became America's team by striking bold when it mattered most. Now it's your turn. Invest like your icons with blockchain.com. Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys today to get started and learn more. That's blockchain.com/Cowboys.
Back to Media Mash.
The official 2025 Sideline Hat Collection is now out, and the hat collection is made for players, coaches, and you. Make sure you stop by a pro shop near you or log on to shop.dallascowboys.com. A Fanatics experience and score your favorite style. All right, so because, we're talking Cowboys with you, but if you're doing Cowboys and you got football, it means you also got to do food with it as well. So we're talking about our guy, Matt Pittman, official pitmaster of the Dallas Cowboys. Now, here are my meat church spices. One is Blanco. Can do everything. My number 2 is Holy Voodoo.
I've heard of that.
Holy Voodoo's also got a little of that dried jalapeno in there, so it is
I've been on a jalapeno kick lately.
fantastic.
Fresh jalapenos?
So one of the things I like doing is if I'm making a guacamole, I'm going to add that onto my guac in there, mix that in there, scrambled eggs. You like scrambled eggs, you like an omelet, mix that stuff in there, boom, it's a fantastic pop. Now, it's not one of those overpowering, I got it in there. It's
Just a little heat.
It's perfect. So absolutely, if you're making a queso, boom, add it in there for your queso. So Blanco, Holy Voodoo, and then, of course, Holy Cow, just because,
Just because?
You can't go wrong. Some people may do the honey hog. Now, the honey hog bacon, that's tight. If you're going to do some ribs, honey hog bacon, I highly recommend. So, but haven't done ribs in a minute. But that honey hog barbecue.
I'm coming on your house for the bye week then.
I won't be here. I'm not gonna be here.
I ain't gonna be here. What a Magic
I
Johnson.
ain't gonna be here. All right, Bobby, what'd you have here? Some information for?
Yeah. So I mean, I was not. I'd come down here. I missed the schedule from Beamer, so I got down here a little earlier than Diggs was talking. But
Gotcha.
I did just see from one Calvin Watkins, Calvin saying that Tyler Smith said that he actually had an MRI on his right leg, and he hopes to play on Sunday.
Oh. Okay. So,
boy, if they run out there with 4 starting offensive
who's the left guard for the Cowboys if Tyler Smith cannot go?
Here's what I'm thinking. You move TJ Bass to left guard. Hakeem Adeniji, you slide to right guard.
Yep.
You also have Trevor Keegan. That's an option for you. who can play on either side, left guard, right guard. But that's probably what you'd be looking at. You wish you had Austin Richards right about now.
And then you have like a priest come in and just like say a blessing or something, try to drive out the evil spirit causing injuries to your offensive line.
There's a reality where Terrence Steele is the only starting offensive lineman playing on Sunday.
Call La'el Collins.
Why you do this?
I'm sorry.
Why are you laughing?
He probably on the bass boat somewhere.
Where's Matt Lair when you need him?
Wow. Probably the strip.
Good pull, right? I said Matt Lair, not Keith.
You thought I was playing? Thought I was playing?
Back in the day, Clarence saw him there,
Back in the day, Parcells cussed him out.
Parcells would have spies everywhere, man.
Everywhere.
Parcells had
true
his
story.
people, man.
They spent so much. A faction of the team and the coaching staff spent so much time at strip clubs, no matter what Parcells wanted, that real talk, that was part of your gig, was go over there and hang out because that's where they were.
Just go on.
No, babe, it's a work meeting. Come on.
But for real.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It lasted for about a couple years. It's like the intense part.
Somebody find dance dollars in your pocket. Well, Coach had us.
I walked over there and saw one coach one time. I was like, oh, I didn't know you was here. You didn't see me. I said, okay, let's talk. You get a man a lap dance, you get all kind of nuggets.
Amber, give us a minute. We got to talk.
Clarence has many stories.
I'm not going to make that joke.
Go ahead, young man. Go rumble, young man, rumble. Okay, so right here on the Media Master, John Taylor, Bobby Bell, Nick Harrison, we Scruggs here. An MRI for Tyler Smith, and he says he hopes he can play. So the Dallas Cowboys, as you're saying here, could go and face the New York Jets, a team that's 0-for. That people are thinking to themselves as an 0-4 New York Jets team. You're going to have a compromised offensive line here. This is a challenge, and then, of course, it's who's backing up along that way. Wow. Tyler Guyton, your left tackle in concussion protocol. Your left guard, Tyler Smith, is may
hopeful.
Play. Hopeful. Your starting center is already out, Cooper Beebe, so you got Brock Hoffman there. Then you got T.J. Bass, who's filling in for Tyler Booker, your first-round draft pick, who's going to be out this week. And now you got young Terrence Steele, who's the last man standing right now.
Not so young anymore.
And they're blocking things up to give you enough time to throw to not Kevontae Turpin and not CeeDee Lamb.
Right, and so that means Javonte Williams could be spending some time blocking as well. So let me get back to that one story there. At the end of the press conference yesterday, I asked Shotty about Jake Ferguson, and he had duties to block Micah Parsons on that play when Parsons caught Dak, and they called it a sack. And I said, did he miss the block? And Shotty just kind of said, that's a tough assignment.
It should never be a sign.
And he said, I didn't do him any favors. I should have had Javonte helping him there. And we're talking about Javonte Williams helping in the block game. So I just believe, and it's just my opinion, 1/2 a second more, Dak Prescott scores and walks in the end zone, and we're talking about a win and not a tie, a 40-40 tie.
I don't know if he gets in after looking at the tape.
He's going to take a shot at the end zone.
He was going to take a shot. It was just going to be a question of when there was a collision at about the 2-yard line, who was going to win. Because I don't remember who it was. Maybe Quay Walker. I don't remember who it was. Somebody was crashing down, and there was going to be a collision. It's just a matter of who was going to win that.
Right. This is the game. Remember, we're about to see is the game right there. Maybe Dak does a John Elway helicopter spin and gets in there, but it's for the game right here. That was just my opinion, but yeah. Oh well.
I think early on, one of my impressions of Shotty is he's that meme of the person standing with all the arrows going under their back, protected. That he will take it for a lot of the players. It feels like he'll take on a lot of responsibility for things that sometimes I wonder.
Which
is good. I think it's good. It's not a critique at all. I'm saying he is not uncomfortable just saying I can shoulder it. I'll take it. It's on me.
And I think it's one of those where you build up. Okay, I'll take it until you don't do your part. Then I'm just going to go out here and tell the truth.
Yeah.
I thought when
I'll cover for you. Yeah. You snuck out. You got back late. Oh, yeah. I'll cover for you. Yeah. And it was my fault. 3-4 times. Well, no, now mom and dad they're going to find out. You got to talk to them. You build up that trust.
Yeah. Also on the flip side though, having the, I guess, accountability to keep Trayvon Diggs accountable too. Mm-hmm. And, put your money where your mouth is when it comes to discipline and things like that. Because he's preached that all offseason. So that's interesting to see him actually, follow through with that. That's
It
multiple
matters, man.
coaching. It does. It really does.
And Diggs said, I knew Thursday what was going to happen. So he had ample. So they had the conversation, told him amply. He didn't obviously Shy didn't tell any of us. So okay. And then so next time you have the opportunity to talk to him, you got an opportunity to say, hey, okay.
I think they're all of Shoddy's culture marks and everything else that he's tried to establish. I think he's got passing grades on through a month. I think all of that's been. I don't think it's come across as, just talk.
And
I think he's executed it so far.
And the play calling, for me, that's the biggest.
Play call's been good.
That's the biggest thing that I'm surprised by Brian Schottenheimer, how good of a play caller he has been this year.
Hadn't been perfect, but he's been great.
I mean,
ain't nobody gonna be perfect.
Yeah.
So let me ask this: is he better than Kellen Moore?
Yes.
Okay, because that's my opinion, which I was based off the Jets' experience and what was going on in Seattle. I said I don't know. But to me, he's better than Kellen Moore, and I am also a fan of the fact that the man is committed to running the football. And that's something that I think too many times the Cowboys got away from way too early with Mike and Kellen, is getting away from running the ball, and you had Dak with a whole bunch of numbers where he was throwing way too much, in my opinion.
I think he's been good, really good, the first month, but I'm always a 6-week guy because 6 weeks is a good amount of tape. Now all your tendencies are out there. And then we'll see what the coordinators do, and then whether you can adjust to their adjustment. Well, but the start has been terrific.
I think he's been a good play caller. I do think Kellen Moore endured a decent amount of slander leaving here. I thought Kellen Moore was pretty good given everything that he was operating under, including a head coach who I think was not necessarily always jiving with his ideas, and you were having to pacify some of that and balance it, and it caused a lot of issues. But I think that Schottenheimer is a really good play caller, and I think he knows Dak so well, and that's such a big boost in all this.
I think all of that is true, and I think perhaps everybody's on the same page. Like, everybody's down with the offense. It's not McCarthy like, well, I guess we'll run this and we'll run that.
It's just like anything, Jack. It's just like anything.
I go back to I just always felt I always felt that the Kellen Moore Mike McCarthy thing was a shotgun marriage.
What do you mean you think it was?
Why? And I just never got, why would you hire a Super Bowl winning coach who called plays and then tell him take Kellen Moore?
Because that's what they do. That's the approach around here, man.
And then when he was like, he was the guy, first guy I was going to hire was Kellen Moore.
Why would you ever hire an offensive coordinator before you hired a head coach?
He had 3 years to think about it. Still came out running slant flats.
Jump forward 5 years.
Happened before.
Why would you hire a defensive coordinator before you hire a head coach?
I mean, this is what they do. So, so it's just what they do. So it's not, it's just what it is.
Way to depress me.
I have a lot of thoughts on this topic, but
well, let's hear some of them.
Nick's heard all of them at the bar for hours.
Well, the listeners ain't heard him over beer.
He was about to throw me in the water in Chicago.
I really was. It's like, if you say McCarthy's name one more time, I'm walking out.
What's wrong with McCarthyism?
Nothing.
Well, I mean, in the 50s, there was a lot wrong with it.
Yeah, hold on. My bad. Oh, but,
I tried to get you on that.
This man has strong opinions.
Bless Mike wherever he is right now.
I'm never wrong. I'm just not right yet.
He in Green Bay, man, drawing up plays, waiting for his next opportunity.
He's actually here. He's actually here in
Allen?
He's still staying.
He ain't sold the house yet?
Him and his daughter are here because the daughter is going to volleyball.
Yeah,
and
volleyball.
So, but the rest of the family has gone back to Wisconsin. They're going to join them here pretty soon. Yeah. So
he's on the national championship volleyball team, right?
Something like that.
Hey, look, the volleyball here is good.
No,
This is a fantastic. If you're a high school volleyball player, this is the place to be. Shout out to our boy Marcus Spears, his daughter,
killing it in Texas,
doing her thing,
literally
doing her thing, and his son is the #1 basketball recruit in the country, man.
He did well.
Man, whatever he drinking and eating over there, man.
We know his wife was a star athlete too.
She was, man. So, doing it upright. He's doing it right. Good on him. Good on him.
Very good.
Jacques Taylor, thank you. Bobby Belt, keep hope alive. Baby.
I'm going to
keep hope alive. Nick, appreciate you. Make sure you read him with the South Telegram. Make sure you listen to 105.3 The Fan. Him. Jacques got a new book. He can't tell you about it, but he's been working on it. I know he's been doing massive interviews all the time here. Can't wait to read it. I will get a free copy. I'm Nick Scruggs. Thanks to Paul, who was engineering today and being our producer, taking everything.
Paulito.
This is Media Master. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!